Hi, my name is Stephen Ford, and I'm a librarian at Salisbury University. The purpose of this short video is to share some easy methods you can use to find the full text of journal articles. It's prompted by being contacted quite often by faculty or students who are having difficulty finding the full text from a citation. To demo this, I'm going to use a set of article citations you see here from an exercise I sometimes use in my teaching, which I call the full text article challenge. The very first thing I always try is a quick search on Google. And from the first article by Means and Nestler, I'll copy the article title and plug it into Google using quotation marks to search for the exact title. It looks like the very first hit on my results page looks promising. I see it's by our authors, Means and Nestler, and matches other pieces of the citation, like the year and the publication, etc. And I see a PDF button on the page, which we'll click. And this takes us to the full text of the article. And from here, on the upper right, we can print, or better yet, we can download a copy. And from this page, after we can save it to whatever file structure we've created for our paper. In this case, I've created a file called Finding Full Text and the articles I want to save. And then at this point, you can decide that you might want to change the title to something that's more meaningful for you. So we'll close this download window and we'll go back to Google because we'll try the same type of search on our second article by Putwain from the journal Educational Psychology in Practice. So we'll copy the title. We'll paste it into Google. And let's see, the first result appears to be our article from the publisher Taylor and Francis Online. And we'll click it. And it is by our author and matches other items in here. And let's look around the page to see if we can get the full text somewhere. There's a read this article. There is a full text tab here that we can click on. And all of them seem to lead us to a purchase option. And as the only way to get the full text here. And my humble advice is to never do this because we have other ways for you to get the full text of just about any article citation. So for this one, we're going to back up a little bit. We're going to copy that title. And we're going to try to do a search in SU libraries. And we're going to try to do a SURF search, which is the Salisbury University Resource Finder. So we're going to pull down this drop down to articles. We're going to paste in with quotation marks our article title. And we're going to see what it finds for us. And before we click on the title, it's beneficial to sign in. You'll notice something here and then also on the top. And you can just very quickly click on Salisbury University students and staff. And you'll see your name on the upper right. proving that you are signed in. Now, if we had not used quotation marks around the title, we probably would have gotten a bunch of other hits that we would have had to look through in order to find this one. And so what we're going to do is to click on the title now. And then we're going to, on the the left-hand side, we're going to also click on View Online. And you'll notice that access of full text is available in 2 of our databases. And you'll also notice the date range available from 4/1/1999. And since our citation is from 2014, we seem to be good here. So we'll click on one of these, and you'll notice that the article fully loads the full text of it. And from here, once again, we can save in the same location here on the page into our file structure. So now I want to show you for the third citation by Fletcher, we're going to try an alternative search in SURF by the journal title. So from SU Library's homepage, we're going to drop down to the journals, and we're going to put quotation marks in for the journal title, and then just click on search. And then notice we're still logged in, so we're good. If you weren't signed in, it would be good to sign in at this point. We can click on the title to the journal, and once again, view online. And once again, this appears in 2 of our databases. So we'll click on one of those. And this time we get a page for the journal itself, where we can browse by the year and the volume and the issue. And our article is from 2014, volume 30 and issue 1. So we're going to click on that. And we see all the articles in that particular issue will appear in order by page number. And we're going to search for the diversity and inclusion in early childhood and introduction. Oh, actually, first, what we're going to do is we're going to limit to peer-reviewed. Actually, we don't need to do that. Let's just look through this, scroll through it, and excuse me. And here's our article number 12 here. So diversity, inclusion in early childhood. We click on that title, and we'll notice that on the the left-hand side, there are a couple options for full text, the best one being PDF full text. We'll click on that. And once again, you can save that full text of an article to your file structure. Now, our last citation by Elma Dawe, I want to demo finding full text from a database search. So we use the education source database we have open here, and we'll start in the advanced search view, and we'll plug in a few keywords and phrases that I have in mind. Comprehension and our children. And we'll do a quick search here. So we're going to limit our search to peer-reviewed, and we're going to also limit to the last 10 years. And we're going to look for the first article in here that's not listed as full text, which is indicated by this Find It button. And you'll see that improving primary school students' oral reading fluency through voice chatbot-based AI is this article and fits our research need. Excuse me. And we'll click on the title to that. And often what's really best thing to do is to check the abstract, which is a 1-paragraph summary of the article and can quickly help us decide if this fits our research need. And if it does, we can use the Find It button to locate the full text of this article. Now, the Find It button does 3 things. The first thing that it does is it searches in all of our 160 databases for this article and leads you to it. And the second thing it does is it checks to see if SU Libraries has it physically in our building and leads you to it. And then the third thing that it does is it offers interlibrary loan, or ILL, as a final method to get the full text. Now, it's good also to mention that you should be logged in here. If it says to sign in, please do that first. And that's after you're logged in, then you will see the options that are fully available to you. And what we see here is that the only option shown here is the request through interlibrary loan, which we will do. And what this does is opens an article form in the ILL module where all the fields are automatically pulled in from the database. So you just complete this not wanted after date. And usually I just choose the first one from the drop-down list, and then I submit it. Our ILL staff receives your submission and then sends out an electronic request to libraries nationwide who say they can provide the full text of this article. And the library that fulfills the request sends a scanned PDF copy back to us for you. And here's the type of email you'll receive once your article has come in. And you just follow the directions, click the link, and log into the interlibrary loan account. And in order to view your article, click on the available link on the top, and you'll see that your article appears here. And all you do is to click View, and your PDF will appear, for which you just save this to your file structure. And then lastly, on this, the interlibrary loan, I want to mention that you may open a blank journal article form. Just log directly into ILL and do this, and manually enter the required fields to submit a request. And the last bit of advice is that only do this after you've tried other methods that I've demoed here, so our small ILL staff isn't overwhelmed with the requests that you can find yourself. And that's all I have for you. Feel free to watch this again or contact one of our librarians for help.